Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Due to me previously filming Paycheck 1, not really liking it due to what happened, I'm going to be encompassing all of July into this one video. So, twofer. Welcome back, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I enjoy seeing you guys in the comments, so please don't be shy and leave a comment if you have any questions, any commentary. Just, enjoy. I enjoy doing what I do. Feel free to interact. Okay, so just to recap on what happened Paycheck 1 in July, I'm just going to talk it through because I've literally done everything. So, my take-home income for July, the first paycheck in July, I got a $25 refund from an HSA payment I made. I forgot to bring my card. I got $2,474.22 was my check from work. And then I got $227.47 was what also went into another account that I have. And then my total income for this pay period, paycheck, was $2,299.69. All right. So let's roll straight into bills. I had to pay my cell phone for that first paycheck, and that was $69. And then I paid my credit card statement off for the month, and I do this every month. My balance is zero at every end of every month, regardless. And that was $1,117. I do want to say this July is a little weird. Usually I don't pay my credit card on the first check of the month. It's just the way the pay period came. It was like basically in the middle of the month. So that part. So my paychecks are a little strange. I like to kind of separate them: first paycheck, second paycheck, 1st and 15th, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. Alright, so jumping down to savings and sinking funds. So I have my standard $50 for fun, $246 for food, and that covers 2 weeks of food. $50 for like family savings. I don't know exactly what I want to do for that, but I'm basically saving for future family stuff. $100 for clothes and auto, so car and any clothing I might decide to purchase. And then I decided to add another category, $45 for the dogs. So with that, I have insurance for the dogs. It's just I do have to pay out of pocket up front before I get reimbursed, and not all of it gets reimbursed. So to offset that, I am going to start saving for that. And this also helps like when I max out on their benefits for the year. So just like regular health insurance, you have a certain amount of money that goes towards a certain amount of benefits or procedures, and you can max those out. And so say I maxed out my dog's preventative medicines or flea and tick or whatever, I have that money set aside to put towards that because it's a monthly expense, at least for me. I'm not a fan of giving them a shot and then waiting 6 or whatever months later. I just prefer to know if it's working or not every month. And then also, I forgot to add until the last minute I also put to the $227.69 into my savings. And then let's jump down to variable expenses. So for variable expenses, I have the $600 that I was putting towards savings. Now that my emergency fund is kind of capped off, I have yet to decide what to do with this. I'm still on the fence as to what to do with this, but for now, we're just putting it into a random savings account and I'll figure it out later. So I had a dental expense, that was the $25 that I got reimbursed for. And then there was a birthday that came up and I spent $50 on their gift. There's also a lot of other expenses that I had come up. I had to pay for tires. So some awesome human being decided to discard their pair of metal spiked curved tip tweezers on the road. And on my way home, one of my tires met said tweezer. And I had to pay for a new tire. And then when they were taking my tire off, They broke one of the studs, so I had to pay for that. In all fairness, if they had broken it, they would have had to pay for it. But apparently, they asked me before they broke it, so I had to pay for it. So if they say that your tire studs are cross-threaded or what have you, and they've already broken it, make sure that they pay for that because that was on them. And then I purchased concert tickets. I mean, and so these things are variable expenses, but they do actually come out of my sinking funds for the month. So I have a set amount, not a set amount, but I have a rolling amount in the sinking funds. As you can see, every pay period something goes into it. So there is some money set aside for these expenses, so they're not like emergent expenses for me. They're just, oh, I have to move money from sinking fund to pay said credit card bill or that portion of the credit card bill. So to the tune of $300, $400, maybe $600 of this credit card bill statement is basically me replacing my tires and going on a concert trip. So while it looks like a lot, trust me, it is a lot when I pay for it. It hurts just the same. It makes sense having the sinking funds kind of pay for some of this stuff. So if it's not in my sinking funds, I don't do it. But either way, the way everything kind of shook out this pay period or paycheck, I ended up being negative $280. So when I calculated everything down, I ended up being negative $280, which is truly not okay. So I've been contemplating doing things different, and based on what kind of all shakes out for my second paycheck, I might switch up how I do things, but stay tuned for that. All right. 1 second. Let me grab my information for Paycheck 2.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it.